proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
For now.
At this very moment in time.
For a moment.
One, Alan, welcome back. A couple weeks hiatus.
Thanks.
Glad to have you. A lot's happened this week. Assassination attempt on a former president and GOP candidate. A woman botched. I don't even know who is a country music singer is now the worst national anthem ever in the history of professional sports.
Ever.
And a 14-year-old played in a major league sport, an MLS, a fucking eighth grader.
In soccer. My God, what's the world is upside down, folks.
His parents probably paid enough for him to play. It was probably, like what team was it? I don't. We can get into it later.
It's Philly, but he's owned by Man City.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's one
And
of those.
think about this proud parent moment. His older brother scored in that game. His older brother also plays. I think he's like 18. You think, God, man, the old man had a hard on, and mom's nipples were hard the entire
Are they
game.
American?
Man. It was just fucking. They needed anti-eugenics. They're American. Yeah.
Oh, wow. We have come a ways, my friends, from the olden days of not competing at all in soccer to now apparently breeding some of the greatest and the youngest. Wow.
Yeah, I suppose so. Feeder program. I don't know a lot about him. I don't know a lot about his brother. As a matter of fact, I knew nothing about him until last night. I just know he beat Freddie Adu. There's a blast from the past. His standing record of youngest professional athlete in American sports.
How did he do? Adu.
He had flashes. The talent was certainly there. It's weird to I think you're splitting hairs with professional athletes in that realm because was he a failure? No, he played MLS for 10 years. But when push came to shove, he just that was about it. That was his peak. So he played pro soccer for 10 years, and I think he may have made a couple national team appearances. No big tournaments, no World Cup qualifiers or anything like that. But
And how are we talking about the least interesting thing that happened this week?
Oh, yeah, it's a good point. All right. Congratulations, middle schooler. I hope you get laid. I don't know. We'll see. And I didn't even watch a national. I haven't watched a lick of that national anthem. Was it bad?
Oh, it's the worst.
Oh, it was fucking awful.
Worse than Carl Lewis?
Dude, worse than Roseanne Barr.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because at least Roseanne meant it that way. This one just went out there with raw talent in a vein full of fucking Everclear.
Tito's, yeah.
Do you think that's a cover up? Do you think she was like, "Oh no, I'm an alcoholic and I was drunk for that, and that's why I performed so shitty"?
Alan, I'll let you handle this first because I have thoughts.
Yes, but that's kind of what isn't that what celebrities do when you're about to almost die on a bender? You're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I got a little carried away on the fucking goof juice. I'm going to check into a rehab in Malibu, take a couple weeks off." You know what I mean? I think it's kind of par for the course, even though nobody knows who this bitch is. She was an anonymous.
Well, no, she's supposedly, I don't know who she is. I don't listen to country music.
I've never heard of her.
But apparently she's a rising country singer.
Not that I listen to a lot of country.
But I text a guy at work, and I man, really making one out of the old national anthem tonight, isn't she? And he's like, give her a break. She's young, and it's probably her nerves. And she could have easily come back and been like, yeah, I was a little nervous. A lot of people, biggest venue I've ever been performed in front of, and just gone about her Amy Winehouse business.
True,
Instead, she was like, look, I'm fucked up. I was fucked up then. I'm fucked up now, and hopefully I won't be fucked up 6 months from now. So I'll see y'all later. I mean, it's a wake-up call, I guess, if you're being booed by 30,000 people in attendance and millions around the world.
Here's a hypothesis. Did she maybe just have a shitty publicist, and they didn't come up with that idea, which is clearly much better than the alcoholic rehab idea, and now she's sitting there being like, damn it, the middle class souls came up with the fucking perfect out, and fucking my publicist is fired.
I don't think, if you're a professional singer, though, I don't think coming out with the nerves excuse is the best idea for you, because I would think in your near future you would hope to be selling out places like that. And so you don't want to be like, hey, I suck in front of really large crowds that spend lots of money to see me.
Don't you think that this might also be like the overemphasis of patriotism? Like, do we need the Star Spangled Banner for the fucking home run derby? Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. We only need it for the actual All-Star game. I think, okay, all right, you know what? Because I want to get to Lee Greenwood, because if anything needs a bullet put in it, it's that song at this point. Okay, let's do 3 songs, right, of equal but lesser importance for the style of event. So a home run derby, this land is your land, maybe something like that gets sung, right?
Where the crowd gets into it, you know? You
yes.
could have like a
a God Bless America could be another one for like something of similar but maybe a little more importance. And then the anthem is reserved for, you know, like the actual event itself.
Right, the grand finale. You know, I assume they didn't sing one for the celebrity softball game, which was played earlier that day or the day before. You know,
I bet they did. Probably.
You think so? God, man, it is Texas. I do know they're fucking. They
well,
that
just
far.
Generally speaking, we've kind of made it an American thing to play it before stuff that it doesn't really need played for. We're like, hey. We got fucking, what do we got? A rousing game of cornhole here? All right, let's fucking salute the troops, please. All right, here we go. Let's throw these bags. Like, you know, it's kind of our thing.
You know what's great is I remember, I don't know if they didn't have any faith in any of our local Perryville high school singers, but I remember for years they had the Whitney Houston version of the national anthem, and they would play it before our basketball games.
You know it's bad when they gotta fucking play a recording.
Yeah. And she was probably high. You know, fuck this drunk bullshit. She was probably
definitely high.
That's what produced that, and that's why the internet is undefeated. I saw a great meme. It was Freddie Mercury slugging a beer at Wembley Stadium. At I was about to say Rite Aid. What was the
Live Aid?
Live Aid. Yeah,
Live Aid.
It's like Freddie needed to put his.
Rite Aid.
I'll hold your beer for you and drink it while I fucking rock 100,000 people. Now, Freddie Mercury was Freddie Mercury. He's one of the greatest live performers of all time. But yeah, we'll see. I again, I haven't watched it. I'll probably go back now. That worse than Roseanne Barr. I mean, that's that.
I say that, I almost say it in jest, but I feel like Roseanne went that route, you know?
Yeah.
And then she's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to keep doing this for effect. This one was actually trying to harmonize and missing the whole way through.
Yeah, like that. Like Roseanne just started, shrieking, and that's just what came out. Like this bitch went up there and went and started singing, and that came out of her fucking face hole. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like a professional, except bad.
Yeah. There was. Do you guys remember Carl Lewis doing it? I think he did it at a New Jersey, like a Nets game.
I feel like I remember some of this, but it was only like a Sports Center clip.
So he didn't have a good voice, but I think he had it was doable, for a regular season NBA game, January, February, in the thick of things. You're going to get a small television audience of the Newark, New Jersey, and somewhat of the New York area for a Nets game. And then he got to a part where he outdid himself, and it was like, and it's bad. It's really bad. And then, Carl Lewis is a fucking national hero.
Yeah, it's not a song. I've tried singing it for real. You could sing along to it if you're just a regular Joe, but to fucking actually nail it like that dude that baritone opera singer at Camden Yards, like for opening day every year. To do that shit. No, you gotta. There has to be an extra strand of vocal cord in your DNA in order to perform that.
We were at Waltz, and those fucking theater geeks, that bitch belted out like Pavarotti, and I was like, "What?
So
this is get out of here, nerds."
Let's set the stage here. Waltz Inn in Canton is a run of the muck shithole karaoke bar in bumfuck Baltimore that we went to last Saturday, and it is made for.
It's not really in
Dickhead.
bumfuck Baltimore. It's actually in
Can,
like high
yes.
rent Baltimore.
But
yeah, go ahead.
I just insert anywhere, somewhere, Center City. You know, it's. But my point is, it's made for dickheads like us to go in there and get drunk, and perform. And yeah, this theater broad who was a little bit bigger, and I think that added to her capacity.
Yeah,
and we were all like, "What the fuck is she doing here? She's too good. She's it's not. Yeah, she was singing legit. It was like an Italian opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, get up there
Neither
and
do I. Go ahead.
belt out. But no, I mean, I'm fine with you having a good voice, but use it on a pop song. You know, something-
well, she did do like 1 or 2 pop songs, and then she did that, and we were all like, "You're bringing down the vibe."
yeah.
Yeah.
We just sang along to like fucking, I don't know, Linkin Park or whatever the fuck it was. It was
it.
like
Valerie.
Oh yeah, it was. It was Valerie. It was what Amy Winehouse Valerie.
This is actually a great scene from that night. Is in the middle of the bar, they have a television up to where there's a camera focused right at where people start singing, and there was a collection of people. And Alan, I didn't even realize Alan said he had to take a piss, and it was all these people jumping around, and the only way Alan could get through to take a piss was jump with them. Dude, and all you see is Alan jump like 3 or 4 times and then get out of the mosh pit and walk to the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, look at that. It's the greatest move of all time.
It's awesome. It's so awesome.
Such a slick move.
I am so glad. Like, I clearly did not know. I knew the TV was there, but I did not know that anyone was watching it. And so as I got to the mob of jumpers, I did gently try to, I was like, "Oop,
Excuse me. Pardon me.
all right, here we go." And just started jumping. And just like 4 jumps across this circle. Dude, go piss, come back out. Fucking, this guy's like, "Bro, I just watched that on TV. It was the fucking greatest thing of all time." I was like, fantastic.
Dude, that's grade A crowd movement, sir. I applaud your efforts and your ingenuity, because there are so few people that would have fucking figured out that like to move with the crowd, you got to move with the crowd.
Yeah. I've been in enough mosh pits. All right, I know how to do this.
All right. What would a bro do? He would jump with them. Do.
Okay. I do have a request, since I know you are going to have a wedding coming up, Wes. I want to just run this by you, throw it at you here. I think I'm more excited about your wedding than you are, actually. So, is it possible, like, and I'm talking like, don't fire this bad boy up until like 11 p.m., but to do like, have like a karaoke setup, like have the whatever DJ you got, like be like, can you provide a microphone and karaoke tracks? And then by the time everybody's blasted, like 1 hour, 11 to midnight of fucking like just straight up asshole karaoke.
All right. I'll put it on the docket. I'll throw in the itinerary. We'll see. If not, I know how to set one up. I understand the
Yeah, I do too.
the dual laptops with the software. I mean, you just go to YouTube, and then when someone wants something, you just flip it on the other one, and then hand a couple mics out. Yeah, we can make this work.
What's your go-to, Alan? A go-to karaoke song?
So I've got a couple. I would say my like crowd pleaser is "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. Very upbeat.
Ooh,
very
I like
lots of.
I like that for you.
Stop me now. Yeah, we're having such a good time. Yeah. So and you can imagine all this.
Yeah.
Getting going. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my jam. I am also very fond of '90s R&B.
Yeah. What did you and Schutz sing at that place in Arbutus that brought the fucking house down?
Everything. I don't know. Probably. So me and Schutz used to do a rousing rendition of "We're Not Making Love No More" by Drew Hill. We would also we did a lot of Genuine, which it was against Kyle's wishes. Honestly, it was mostly me being like, we got to do fucking Pony or some shit. But yeah, pretty much anything 90s R&B, me and Kyle can knock out for you. Oh, anything Usher and or R. Kelly, and the Usher R. Kelly duet.
Ooh.
Fucking take care of that. That's quick work.
Might need two mics here.
I'm pretty sure that you and Kyle did the "We're Not Making Love Anymore" at insert bar's name, and was it Halethorpe or whatever? That was
Center Court. Yeah,
man. I was my hair standing up thinking about that.
Yeah, there's
that was a performance.
There's a lot. There was some mops needed around the bar area, and it wasn't for spilled drinks. I'll tell you that much.
It was for fluids.
That's right. I'm a big fan. I do like "Asshole" by Dennis Leary. I do like "At a Medium Pace" by Adam Sandler.
He's a comedy karaoke.
That's fine.
I also like the "Total Eclipse of the Heart" rendition by the Dan Band, the band from old school. That version, it's like 2 minutes and 12 seconds. You're not up there very long. Everyone knows "Turn Around," everyone knows that. It's those three. I got a few others that I like.
Okay, I like the Dan Band.
He did a Bo Burnham.
The fake country song. It's called "Pandering."
Pandering.
I write songs for the people who do jobs in the towns that I'd never move to.
It was good. I was singing along.
God, I once got a standing ovation for the Georgia Satellites. No huggy, no kissy. Don't put my love up on the shelf. Don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Because I can paralyze some of my vocal cords and get that down. And then the one that I have never attempted that I've been dying to fucking try is "The Darkness." I believe in a thing called love.
Oh, that's a fucking brave song.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
Because you gotta get high.
I can like sing it. Like the words will come out, but that's a high note.
I think you got to start out as low as your register will go, and so you can kind of build to like not blowing out a testicle when you hit the fucking high notes.
Yeah, I've been really itching for a "You May Be Right" by Billy Joel. Yeah, I think that's my next fucking one. Like I wasn't sauced up enough at Waltz. I didn't get into the gin until later in the evening, and I probably should have started sooner.
You see how? Look, and this is
my next.
Wes, this is just three guys talking about our favorites. Imagine you got all the other assholes you know.
Early on in my karaoke days, if I could get one, possibly two others to join, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen used to bring it down. I mean, that's a sing along. That's a ballad.
Yeah.
But that's like the crowd. All of the crowd's got to be into a fucking 7-minute song.
I have done that before. Yeah, you got to have a good crowd. But Waltz had a good crowd that night.
True, and I think rookie karaokeers do often make the mistake of picking what otherwise would be a good song. We'll say driving around and singing with 3 or 4 people in the car, but it's like 5 or 6 minutes long. I mean, some of the, you get to like 3 minutes in, you're like, Jesus, I can't sing this chorus anymore.
Go ahead, Alan.
No, I was gonna say that is a part of the R&B. That's one drawback of the R&B. Lots of solos. Me and Kyle used to take solos. So it's gotta be dynamic if it's gonna be long. You know what I mean? There's gotta be some razzle dazzle. Maybe fucking go up and flirt with chicks. You just got to make a show of it. I'm a showman. I can't really sing. I got a decent speaking voice, like right here. You know what I mean? But we fucking got to make a show of it. So
I throw a lot of front kicks.
Me too, man. Yeah, a lot of front kicks, a lot of punching, a lot of air punches.
Yeah,
I think I took a page off of fucking Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia and started like karate chopping and shit.
One of my not just favorite karaoke it is my favorite karaoke story, but it's probably one of my favorite stories of all time. I'm in the Outer Banks, and if you've never been there, they have a huge karaoke bar. It's like they have a fucking stage that you got to get up on, and you're singing on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, you're singing for no less than like 50 people. When I was doing it, it was about 100. It's a big place. The acoustics are good. They have the right setup. And I was singing "You Lost That Love and Feeling." Who's trying to remember who the was it the Foundations? Maybe. Anyway, you know that.
No, that's the Righteous Brothers.
The Righteous Brothers.
The Righteous Brothers. Yeah. So I'm top gunning the audience, and right about the 1/3 mark of that, a fraternity brother of ours, Pat Kinsella, rolls in.
Oh my God!
Totally coincidental. He happened to be in the Outer Banks the same time I was, and walked in with his buddies.
Oh,
and I didn't realize this. His eyes aren't all that hot. So he's at the bar, and it's about 20 yards, 30 yards away. And he said to his buddy, it's like, who the fuck is this fuckbag fucking singing? And then he said about 30 seconds later, he was like, wait a minute. I fucking know that guy. I know him. All his friends were like, you know him? It's like, yeah, it's a buddy of mine.
The only thing that would make that story better is if
how coincidental that was.
The only thing that would make that better is if he joined you and like walked up and grabbed the mic.
Oh my God. I'd have missed a few words. You
That's
lost
what I kinda-
hugged him.
No, dude, knowing him, I thought he would have actually.
Yeah.
I thought he was down there. That's where that story was going.
I think he was down there for his brother's wedding. And so,
gotcha.
But again, think about the stars in alignment, dude. And you know, it's from where we live, it's a good 6-hour drive ish. You know, depending upon traffic.
Yeah,
That's remember
that's my pledge brother.
Yeah,
I lost a bet on the radio, and what I had to pony up to was I had to sing Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror," karaoke style on the radio, and I did not realize how much wind a man needs to perform that song.
Yeah,
and I felt like I just ran like 400 meter followed by another 400 followed by another 400, and like when I finally got to the that's the only noises I could make any which way. But I was hitting, the only thing I was hitting good was like no, like that's all I could do. It was like the non-breath like chop fucking noises with his fucking mouth.
Yeah, I get.
Well, I will I'll put it on the request line for either end of reception or post reception fun. We'll see where that goes. Sarah will be down. Christ, she was up there drunk singing.
She sang like twice, I think.
Yeah, she doesn't shy away from a karaoke jam. So could be a good time. Could be good time. Middle class holes, everyone. Foxman, Allen, and Murr. Dare we kick the tires on a failed assassination attempt? I mean, I feel like we need to.
We might as well just get it out of the way.
In the context of the conversation.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, okay, honestly, Alan, I mean, what is your...
This is unacceptable. What is
Good.
going on?
No, I guess I wanted to get from you, because I believe you're a patriot. You and I can argue about politics all day and all night, and we've said more often than not, like, you settle it at the ballot box. If you're so good and your ideas are so good, you'll just win. What are your thoughts on the fist raise, fight, blood pouring down the face?
I mean, he's pandering. You know, like it's not. I would expect nothing less. You know what I mean? Like that's if anybody was like, "Wow, I can't believe he did that." You're a fucking idiot. You haven't been around here for the last call it 8 years.
I'm not gonna lie though, because of the pandering, right? And we all feel like Trump's a grifter, right?
Yeah.
Look, even though I have a soft spot for Trump, because I don't think he's as bad as he's been portrayed to be, I never for a minute thought... I always thought he was a fake tough guy. And I do feel like if you get shot in the ear and you still have like the mental wherewithal to pander in the manner in which he pandered, hey... I don't know if I would have the brass balls enough to like not scurry like a little bitch, fucking like,
well,
like with my head
but he
tucked
couldn't
down.
Scurry because there was 12 men on top of him.
Yeah,
I think more so like.
But he did say stop. Wait. He said wait.
Yeah, even me as a salesman, I'm taking that opportunity. I'm closing deals, baby. Send me them contracts. Like, he's a professional fucking marketer. Like, so like, I don't for a second doubt that he was like, "Oh yeah, got this. Watch this. This is gonna be fun." Somebody's tattooing this on themselves. You know what I mean? Like he fucking knew that shit. Like I don't think I've said it before, but like also like maybe this is a backhanded compliment, right? But like I don't give him enough credit. My problem with Trump is that like I think he's too easily manipulated by the people around him. And the thing is he got into politics, and these motherfuckers are manipulators. Sure. And he's now the face of this movement that he's kind of like, all right, man, whatever, cool. I'm going to be president. You want to make me fucking king? Fuck it, let's do it. I have a huge ego. And these people behind him who are much smarter and like legal easy and fucking just better at life and fucking intelligent are like, we got our guy. We got the fucking guy who can get done the things we want to get done. Yeah. And that's really that's where we're at. And we got a corpse limping his way to fucking a loss. So yeah, here we are. Here we are, America.
I was more surprised. I get that the Secret Service are incredibly good at what they do. You know what I mean? After covering up. But when you get 6 210, 220, 240 pounders sumo swatting on top of you, I'm surprised he didn't crack a fucking rib. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he didn't get up like, oh, I can't fucking move now.
I'm sure that motherfucker woke up and was like, ooh, I'm a little sore. But
it's like a car wreck.
That's nothing a few bumps can't handle.
He gets that good shit too. He gets that scale.
Buddy. Yeah.
Dude, I heard he had a deep bruise on his forearm from hitting the ground like that. And they did knock his fucking shoes off, which is the greatest part of that audio.
Christ.
The greatest part of that audio is like, get my shoes. I need my shoes. Get my shoes.
Damn. Fucking covered him up so fucking hard that his shoes got knocked off.
Shoes came off.
Dude,
yeah,
but
more importantly, who fucked up?
Dude, no, you know what it is? And I told the guy at work, like, if you watch that video again, Trump moves like an 80s hip-hop dancer doing a pop and lock. And if he didn't go, let's look at that shot, like, he's fucking... Like, all of a sudden...
It's like out of a Fine Young Cannibals music video or something.
Yeah.
It's like he does not gently move at all. It's all very jolty. Yeah. And if you watch, like, there's been several AI, like, recreations of, like, the head movement. He's like, let's look at this shot. And right when...
Yeah.
It's like, boom. If he didn't... And if you touch your ear and you turn your head even a centimeter, it's Dunsky.
Yeah. I don't want... Not even Dunsky, serious injury. You know what I mean? He could have lived, but you get an ear blown off or back of your head fucked up.
Side of your fucking head.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're looking at this like walk away or death. There's a lot of in between.
Yeah. I mean, you might be right, but then he would be on par, and it would be a good debate the next time around.
Yeah, corpse on corpse, baby. You know, which one's less decayed?
Oh my god!
Point, you know.
But no, again, I'm glad to hear you say that. I've heard so many other vile things online. I mean,
listen, I very strongly dislike the man. And again, it's because of part of what I said. Like, I think he's a means to an end for people who are going in a direction that I personally don't like. But you can't, this is American politics. We can't be assassinating motherfuckers. This isn't the 1800s. It's not fucking, what was it, fucking Reagan?
Yeah, Reagan's the last one.
Attempt, yeah. Well, the guy did throw the shoe at W. If you want to count that.
Look, listen, if that's one of those like shoe knives like Lieutenant Drebin got from the guys down at the fucking crime lab, yeah, maybe. But yeah, you just know, dude. Now we're getting into political violence is being more normalized, and that's some shit that you see in countries that we've always been like, we don't do that, and we are. And we have a lot of people on both sides being like, you know what? I'm okay with it. And that's even fucking more concerning.
Yes.
Like, this, like, as much as I've probably fucking been hyperbolic about my concerns about where the country heads, and likewise, so is Murr on the other end of the spectrum. If you rationalize this and look at this all logically, we're in a weird fucking place right now. You've the first legitimate attempt on a fucking presidential candidate, a high-ranking fucking political official since the 80s.
Like 40
early
years.
80s. Yeah. And before that was another fucking 25-ish, roughly 20, right?
20.
With Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit doesn't happen. And every time those things have happened, it's been fucking critical to the way American politics is shaped and the country has gone. So we got to wake the fuck up in general. Don't, whatever that means to you, you fucking, if you're a weirdo. But yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as this guy's concerned, I mean, there's always been the joke, like, you go back in time, you strangle baby Hitler, and you keep calling this guy Hitler. It's almost like you can't blame some crazy, person with a little bit of a screw loose, like, but I'm saving the world. It's like, well, no way. So, yeah, we got to fucking...
It's all about the rhetoric on both sides.
Sure,
At this point, we live in a fast-paced social media society, and it's these quick blurbs and these quick fucking hits, these Twitter fucking posts and these stories on TikTok and shit. Like, we gotta stop, man. We gotta start fucking talking to each other again, even if we don't like it, and we gotta fucking start coming back together, because that's the whole point of this place. And we're letting people on both sides with fanatical ideas be like, hey, everybody's distracted. Let's see what happens. And it's weird, man. See, we're in a weird place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why I've been really enjoyed watching, actually, Bill Maher over the last couple of years. I just feel like he's really been in a... I don't agree with him. I sometimes get a little terse with old Bill. Might pause it for an extended break, but generally speaking, it's like he's just saying the obvious stuff out loud that I feel like when you go to, like, okay, if SNBC, Biden got COVID, they're like, now listen, if he comes back from this, doesn't that just prove strength like Trump just did after? No, it doesn't fucking prove strength, because he survived COVID after a guy got shot in the fucking ear and came up like a boss with a fucking Peabody award-winning photo that will probably hopefully will never be replicated ever again in American politics. Like, no, there is a difference between getting over a fucking flu and getting fucking damn near brained by a bullet. There's a drastic difference. But I do have a funny optics story. William, okay, he doesn't, I don't really watch a lot of politics in front of him because we're too busy watching, like, fucking, I don't know, Big City Greens or some dumb shit on Disney Channel or Netflix. But, so he was asking me, because I was listening to some Ben Shapiro in the car, and he heard, like, the word nominee. He said, what's that word? I was like, oh, nominee, that's what President Trump is. He was the president, now he's to be president again. And so he's starting to kind of, like, pay attention. And he was watching the TV, and it was Biden. They were going through, like, his best of with his faces. And he goes, well, who's that? I was like, well, that's our current president. And he goes, that's our president? And meanwhile, he just saw Trump get up off the ground with his fucking fist in the air and blood on his face. And so it's like, if you had the election today, every 9-year-old in America is going red. Just no doubt about it. Optics matter.
Yeah. It's always been a fucking parade. It's just a carnival, right? It's a literally, well, not quite literally, a popularity contest. So who could you get to side with you? And
Yeah, that's what
getting shot at and fucking standing up and raising a fist doesn't hurt.
that's what they'll start doing in student council presidential races in high schools, like fake assassination attempts. Like, look at that.
Look, I don't care, man. If you like, it's like I said, it's the crazies on each side.
Yeah,
it's like, man, that's look, guys, that's some character. That's pretty much what I'm taking from Murr. Or you get the people who are like, God, an angel's wings wrapped him in fucking. All right, easy, Christian nationalist, kick rocks.
This is Providence.
Yeah,
Providence
you're
saves
just like
Donald.
Luke 12 verse 6 through 8 says, nope, I'm good, thanks. Those are the people that you're like, nope, you can stay out of this, please.
Luke, who?
Luke Combs, country singer.
Gotcha. Thought so. Yeah. What I was going to say was the day or two after. So it was actually 2 days after. It was a Monday sports talk radio. They were talking about it, and Ed Norris, who used to be a police chief or police commissioner of Baltimore, but for a long time was a New York City cop turned detective, was basically going about how the security of the area was botched. He was like, the first thing you do is you get the highest point. You go and you surveil the highest points like that. You have an armed police officer, whether it be local or Secret Service, up there, and he pointed out a couple of other flaws. He was, like drones and things like that. And again, I'm not discrediting his expertise. I understand, for him to do what he has done in the past, he has a certain skill set to be able to digest and dissect situations like that. But for him to spill it out within like 20 seconds, I was like, God damn, did they fuck it up that bad? Did they come in there with a hack job of surveillance?
I just think that all this stuff, again, leading up all the way to now, like again, it's optics. I'm not even talking about facts. I'm just talking about optics. Like all the indictments and this and that, the double impeachment before he even left office. And then he's sitting there, conspiracy, it's they stole the election, yada, yada, yada. And then it's like, okay, Donnie, okay. All right, things are starting to pile up here. This does seem kind of like a pile on. And we lead all the way up to this assassination attempt. And then it's like, well, how did this happen? It's like, well, there was one building that the Secret Service weren't in charge of taking over. That was the local police's job, and they didn't do it. And by the way, the guy was there the day before, and he walked around the building for about half an hour before. He set up his own ladder. Oh, yeah, he had a rifle. People were pointing at him. People were screaming at Secret Service and police, and it still happened. So, like, rife for conspiracy theory. So, and then, again, haven't heard Trump say anything about it, but how could you not, if you're that guy on stage and you feel the world is pressing its weight upon your shoulders, like, and this happens, how do you not feel justified for everything you've claimed for the last 3.5 years?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, that's another part of it. Like, well, man, probably at this point, at first he was probably like, yeah, we'll give this shit a shot, right? Let's see. Well, I'll be president. That'd be fucking fun, right? And then, like, at this point, my man's like, I'm fucking king, bro. I'm about to be king. I'm about to be king of America. This is about to be great. Like, I think he started off like, this will be cool, right? I'm fucking Donald Trump. Give a shit. Get to say you're fired to somebody. And fucking, here we are. Fucking watching potentially the fall of an empire.
Yeah. I think the worst thing they did with this guy is they didn't, quote unquote, let him win back-to-back terms. Because now instead of having 8 years of the guy in your face, you're going to get 12 years of the guy.
Yeah. 4 years of pent-up anger.
Yeah, just get rid of him. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, again, my point, like, earlier, he would have just kept bungling the same fucking, idiots that he was hiring around him and firing more people for another 4 years, and not much would have gotten done. And fucking, we'd have been like, okay, moving on. Now, those people that I was talking about were like, guess what? We can fucking do everything we want and use this useful fucking idiot to do it.
And guess what? You don't have to run for re-election now because this is it. This is the last go round.
We're gonna take that out. We're done. We're done with that. we king make now.
Yeah. Now you have a Supreme Court ruling that says you can, your presidential duties are more or less, can do whatever you want.
Indefinite. Yeah.
He's bigger than McCracken at the end of fucking Kingpin. He's above the law.
It's straight Game of Thrones now. He's gonna name an heir and fucking give him a sword. Fucking like, yeah. This is it's gonna be fun, I guess. Maybe. Probably not. I mean, not for me. Probably not for me.
It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be. Here's what I have to say. Everything is going to be. I'm not saying it's gonna be not for everybody.
Fine-ish. I think. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people not good.
Some people just have to get over it. Is all I'm saying. Like,
true.
Just that's it, and everything's gonna be fine. We survived 4 years of Biden. We survived the first 4 years of Trump. Everything's going to be fine, guys. Everything's going to be fine. And the media can calm the fuck down now because this is a self-inflicted gunshot wound on them. Oh, Joe Biden's the sharpest he's ever been. His age is his superpower. And then they got exposed for being dipshits and covering up for the guy. And now they're trying to get rid of him actively. And everything's going to be fine.
The problem is like you couple the debate and like all that shit, and like I think this is where like Democrats, which I'm not a self-proclaimed one per se, but fucking Democrats, the party or the establishment, are like, you know what, man? I think the people like this. This is good. This is good stuff that we're doing here. As the people are like, we don't like this. We don't like him. We really don't like him. But we don't like you either, you stupid motherfuckers. And they're like, are you sure, though? Because the other guy's like a piece of shit. And we're like, no, you are too. Are you listening? And they're like, I think you guys are still going to vote for us. It's fine. And we're like, fuck.
Yep.
Take it or leave it.
Well, check this out.
You're not totally wrong, but
now I'm not saying that this is the coolest lineup in the world, but I'm saying it's kind of redneck cool especially for a political party. Tonight's lineup, like leading to Trump giving the speech at the RNC tonight, it's it's Hulk Hogan, Dana White, Kid Rock, and then Trump. I mean, I'll say this. That's not everybody's like cool party or anything. That's a fun time. If you got
Bill Clinton's saxophone just went.
I don't want the party that like not the like political party, but like the event party. I don't want the party where we're like, this is our guy to be fun. It's supposed to be whack and boring and fucking sucky. And they're supposed to talk about like economics and fucking like healthcare and fucking how do we stop the Russians, not let the Russians in. And like it seems like we're in a bad place.
No, you're gonna get the I am a real American Hulk Hogan theme drop. The Hulkster's gonna go out, do the fucking
shit himself probably.
There's gonna be boners fucking
everywhere,
by the dozens.
Literally everywhere. You've got regular people going to buy gauze to put fucking ear like Jesus fucking Christ. We are in idiocracy.
Yeah.
We're here.
Absolutely.
This is Brondo. I fucking hope whoever makes gauze bandages fucking it's what plants crave. It's fucking ridiculous.
Look, I'm not gonna lie though. I've never bought a single piece of any political candidate's memorabilia.
Good.
I've never
It's not a team sport.
I know. I've never donated to either party for any reason at all whatsoever. But I do think I want the shirt with the fucking blood face and the fist trace. Not even because it's Trump, just because it's fucking dope, dude. Or maybe I'll just do like a mug. How about a tumbler? Is a tumbler okay?
I mean, you do whatever you want.
An etched tumbler?
I don't believe in political merchandise.
No,
because,
banana hammock with it right in your junk, dude.
I'm not going to watch the Trumps play the Bidens tomorrow. You know,
I know. No.
But it's fucking ridiculous.
But I'll say this. You know, you brought up Putin and stuff. Like, he's the kind of guy that's taken out a political candidate or two, and just to know that there's one of ours like surviving gunshots and fucking raising fists underneath the flag, it's just I don't know.
I just got a text from a fraternity brother of ours. Shoot, he says, "Please tell me you just watched Hogan at the RNC speech. What a beautiful fucking mess."
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's so amazing. Oh, USA, USA, USA. But no, that Lean Greenwood song needs to go the fuck away. I heard him singing it live at the RNC.
Which one is that?
I'm proud to be
American. Where at least I know I'm free.
Dude, he's been singing that same fucking song for 40 fucking years, dude. It's a great fucking anthem from 1980 fucking 5. It's gotta be at least. Gotta be. We gotta have, like, dude, start doing Toby Keith, like, booting your ass. Like, something else, man. It's just, and the greatest part is that, so night one, as Trump's coming out with his fucking, My Pillow on his ear, Lee Greenwood's singing it live, and he's got these backup singers, but Lee Greenwood fucking just decides, I'm gonna flex my 80-year-old vocal cords and just start singing louder than them and changing the pitch and the tune of the fucking song and the cadence. And they have to just nope, I don't even know what he's singing anymore. Just fucking grandstanding on his own fucking one song. And it's just so goddamn cheesy. So we need to put a bullet in that song.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think we have a lot. We might have a few too many songs to sing.
Yeah. Speaking of karaoke. All right. Let's get to another Americana staple, Taco Bell. They're launching an early retirement community in this week's Friend or Foe.
That's right. Read a news story to you, see if you agree or disagree. Well, Taco Bell is launching an early retirement community.
Wait, I just said that.
I know.
Why'd you pull the lead?
Friend.
So if you've ever dreamed of an early retirement, well, guess what? Taco Bell wants to give you a taste of those golden years with the Cantinas. On Monday, Taco Bell announced it's opening the Cantinas, an early retirement community featuring aerobics classes, pickleball tournaments, and early dinners featuring all of its best meals. Quote,
Fuck yeah.
There's a common misconception that retirement unlocks the life you've been waiting for. And while that may be true for some, we don't think you should have to wait until 55 to live the life you're craving. That's coming from Taylor Montgomery, the U.S. Chief Marketing Officer of Taco Bell. And they also shared in the statement that, quote, the Cantina's early retirement community, just like our brand, represents a place where all generations can come together, regardless of age, to live their mas however they want.
It's so funny.
Fuck yeah, Taco
I
Bell.
choked on that one.
So, obviously it's friend or foe. So it's like, do you agree or disagree with an early retirement community based on one of your favorite fucking brands of all time? Friend is yes, and foe is no. This is just a cheesy marketing ploy. Alan, let's begin with you and get the fucking obviously
bury me in a fucking taco shell, baby.
Soft or hard?
Both. Put some cheese in the middle and melt it down. A Taco Bell special, baby. I think they call it a cheesy gordita crunch.
Moss, please.
That's my moss. God damn it.
Wait, I'm confused. Is there an age limit?
No, you got to be 21 to just over 21.
Yes, that's it. That's it. I mean, because they know that they're not reaching any other fucking community with this ad campaign, but 21-year-olds.
This is targeted to millennials.
Yeah, I get it. So what do you do a week there? Or is this retirement? Is this like your plan?
No, I was looking at it because I am a Taco Bell Rewards member.
Because he was filling out his application.
I am a Taco Bell Rewards member. I missed it by a day. God damn it. But it's in San Diego, I believe is what it's technically called. And you could get day passes or a weekend pass. So they're testing it out as like a weekend thing. But you could go for a weekend, and you could, if you got a weekend pass, I think it was like $1.50, which is fucking nothing. And you have access to all the amenities. You could play some pickleball. You could eat you get all the food, all that shit. So it's like essentially like an all inclusive for like a weekend or a day.
It's like a sandals.
Yeah.
For assholes.
Dickheads like us.
Excuse me, Rupert. I'd like another cheesy gordita crunch supreme this time.
Yeah.
Hold the tomatoes, extra sour cream. Right away, Mr. Giannis.
Yeah. I ring a bell and they bring me Baja Blast. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
sounds
I'll
amazing.
friend it. It seems, for lack of a better
What
term,
kind of tone is that? God damn
it seems cheesy.
Well, you know what? It foes you with that fucking attitude, sir.
Fine. Fine. Dump me in the faux category. It just, I like, why? You can do this almost anywhere. Why is it like a Taco Bell theme? Like, oh my God, now sign
I can
me
have
up.
all-inclusive Taco Bell with pickleball tournaments just anywhere. Wesley, can you please point me in that direction?
I kind of have to agree with Alan on this one. I don't even like it. When I first heard this, I'm usually pretty negative with this shit because I'm like, oh, lame fucking marketing campaign. And I asked you guys earlier in the day, like, hey, try to think of your lame paradise. And I started to think about it. I'm like, if I've given up on life, quote unquote retirement, what is the one like restaurant themed place I feel like if it was all inclusive, like the entire menu was available to me 24 hours a day, I couldn't feel okay. Pizza Hut, I couldn't just eat pizza all day. That'd be you just get all bloated and full.
Right.
And then I was like McDonald's, like that's just empty calories, fucking. And then I went through the list and I'm like, Taco Bell has the most robust like menu of all the fast food chains that are available. And then I was like, okay, well, let's try to get away from fast food chains. Applebee's, no. Like TGI Fried, no. Like Taco Bell, if you told me from now on you will live in this you got to pay a fee, like I don't know, we'll say like a mortgage. You have to pay a mortgage payment every month. You get a place to live and all the food you can eat. The fucking Cantinas seems fucking legit, dude.
And a pool and pickleball tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say you got to bring back the old pintos and cheese, though, which was like the refried beans
fine.
bowl. Like you can't.
That's fine.
They got rid of that circa like 1999, and my
think
heart
you get
hasn't been the
everything,
same
man.
since.
I
Literally
think you
and
get
figuratively.
everything.
Listen, you tell Rupert that you want the Pinto special. He's
Yeah.
got you, man.
Yeah.
Think they can whip that up?
It's like
back
a
in the
place.
kitchen?
It's a place where nacho fries exist, for eternity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you get It's like if there was a McDonald's version, you'd get hot McRibs every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like it's that equivalent. You can get anything.
The old school
Everything.
Was it apple pie? Remember
Yep.
the one they
Yeah,
did
the
away
fried
with
apple
that you-
pie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, and I think Alan might even have said this in our little text chain here, whomever works for Taco Bell, they are some of the greatest marketers that are out there. I mean, you go all the way back to Yokiro Taco Bell that really fucking put them on the map. It used to be, right? It used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then you'd have like a Taco Bell down the way. Then all of a sudden they were like, hey, you want to get some more people in KFC? Let's put a Taco Bell in there with KFC. And then all of a sudden, we don't need the fucking chicken anymore, do we? Nah. And then every KFC turned into a Taco Bell. Taco Bell is a secret genius. And when I saw the commercial recently where they decided they were going to put an 8-inch by 8-inch Cheez-It in the middle of their Crunchwrap Supremes,
Of the Crunchwraps.
I'm just like, okay, I gotta hang out at this hot box and fucking frat party that's coming up with their recipe menu ideas because it's amazing. I missed my calling in life by not applying to Taco Bell.
Yeah, like 100%. Some fucking Chad was like, "Hey man, you think we could call up Cheez-It and they just make us one big Cheez-It?" And they were like, "Fuck yeah, I know a guy. Let me call him up." Like, boom, there you go. Cheez-It
He was
Gordita
like,
Crunch.
Yeah. I do that.
Yeah, wait. Does it need to be round? It can't be. It's Cheez-It standards. But we'll work with it. It's fine.
And then they got a guy with a drafting table, like figuring out how to fucking fold the 18-foot fucking burrito fucking square that they have in the back.
This guy's a classically trained chef. The guy with the fucking he fucking interned in France and shit. And he's like, all right, well,
Wiping off sweat of
folded-
his forehead, explaining that the
folded-
schematics of it won't work.
like,
The
if
weight
we fold-
differential's not there.
if we fold it around the Cheez-It at 28.2 degrees, we'll get the perfect fold.
I'd like to. We should recreate this with like the characters from Oppenheimer. Like people, like, just like some guy wiping his brow. It can't be done. It can't be. It's too complicated. Well, I guess
We got a retirement community waiting on us, buddy.
Have we thought of the repercussions of such power?
So, if we're going to faux something, I want to point this out here. These are the models that they chose for the website promoting what we just talked about on Food and Wine. So here you go at the pickleball lab or whatever, the court. You got here a handsome black man, nice arms, pecs, beautiful head of hair, obviously a model, and then someone who played second fiddle in the Geico commercials as what's her name?
Hey, that lady is more attractive than that particular picture is giving her credit for. She has a pixie haircut and some stupid sunglasses on, but the breasticle area is much better than I've seen other photos.
It looks not bad.
She's all right. She's good. I like her. Go ahead. Click on another photo. Find another one.
Next one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, not that one. You keep going. All right, that's okay. The
I
back.
gotta go up here.
The back.
Yeah, there we are. Look at that.
I'm telling you, I've got a bigger picture and she looks good. That one. I've got that picture there, and she looks like that chick from Paramore with a bad haircut.
She lays down missionary.
Living her moss is what I'm saying.
Belly to belly action.
What were you saying, Alan?
I said it looks like she's living her moss.
That's
You're just fucking hating.
After 4.5 minutes of pickleball, I'm done. I would like to enjoy a grande burrito.
I do have a question though. I feel like Taco Bell's on to more than just like their menu choices here. Why don't we do more things like this? Like where you center a community around a theme. I mean, I'm obviously okay. They had that Disney thing. Remember the Disney guys were trying to do something very similar to this, where they want to have a whole like Disney community where like the fucking guy at the fucking the ice cream shop's like, "Howdy, folks, how's life going today?"
We did one where the guy has that mansion where it's like a big orgy the entire time. Remember?
Okay, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's same.
But I guess what I'm getting at is, if we're gonna live in a world where housing's unaffordable basically anyway, but you do have a few extra dollars in your pocket, and let's say they wanted to charge you $5,000 a month, but you never paid for food because it was already provided for you, all the entertainment, you just walk around. You don't even need a credit card anymore, at least in your community. You know, you want to go buy like stuff for your, I don't know, if they actually put furniture in the house, what would you ever need to buy? If for $5,000 a month, they provided everything: your cable, your internet, your entertainment, your food, your drinks. Why can't we do that?
A cardiologist? It's just Taco Bell.
Okay, we can replace it. Okay, we can replace the Taco Bell. Maybe it's like sponsored by like Amazon. All right, you can get whatever you want, like within limits. Like, am I on to something or am I just insane? I mean, $5,000 a month's expensive, but if you're not paying for anything else.
Yeah, but all in, like, yeah, you got like literally you don't have to worry about like living or eating, like just living in general.
Yeah,
you got like basic needs.
Yeah,
I think it's a pretty good deal.
I think so too. I mean,
it's $60,000 a year. It's not bad. Yeah.
Well, it might be more than that, right?
Well,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50. Yeah, you're right.
Carry the 4.
I was just letting you work. I was letting you guys. What's that? Perryville High? I was letting you work it out. I was letting you get through it.
There was a couple German shepherds in our math classes, so don't worry about it. All right.
Well, smart dogs, you know.
They became bomb sniffing dogs later on. These weren't just your run of the muck house pets
for that stuff, you know.
At the end of the day, I think this is a friend all the way. I think Taco Bell is onto something here with this. I think that, especially like if you. Shit, man, might as well have fucking like YouTuber Island. I mean, these guys have already made enough, maybe not generational wealth, but enough wealth for them and offspring to live off of for the rest of their lives. They just need a place to enjoy it. That's what I'd want.
That's true.
That's what we all want. To get laid in cheesy gordita crunches afterwards. And maybe a cigarette.
Live Moss.
Yeah. Live Moss. This is where they go to Moss. What was it? What was the tagline?
Oh God, why do you do this to me after I've closed everything?
Live their
To live their moss however they want.
I might start using that in my regular day-to-day vocabulary.
There was one I caught in like the paragraph before it that was funny, but it's not a big deal.
All right, Andrew, we got some facts, we got some fun, and it's Friday, so let's mash those fuckers together.
Let's do that. Let's get yourself some Fun Fact Friday. 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday. Brought to you, of course, by our great friend, The Cuckster. You can find The Cuckster not on the RNC stage in Minnesota. I can't remember where the fuck they are. But you can find him on the Instagram. Head on over to Cuckster for Life. That's Cuckster for Life on Instagram. Wesley, where is the Cuckster this week?
Cuckster this week is in Gary, Indiana, and the following week he will be in Wheeling, West Virginia. He's got a few more cities to hit out before he rounds out his tour, and he's hitting the hot spots, the hotbeds of cucking, if you will.
Yes, it's
hotbeds, both literally and figuratively.
The Cuckster is an acquired taste. You can say it's good taste. You can say it's bad taste. But God damn it, you should go taste the Cuckster. Cuckster for Life on Instagram. I don't even know what the fuck I did with my hands there. Let's get to it. 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday. OMG facts. Did you know the 5 interlocking rings for the Olympic emblem are black, blue, red, green, and yellow because at least one of these colors appears on every flag in the world?
I did not know that reason.
So my guess is that if another country is originated that does not have one of those colors, they can't compete. Just say sorry. Dude, it's got to be one of these 5, fellers.
Well, I mean, if I were like, Trumptopia comes along, right?
Yeah, right.
I want another ring. I want my own color. Like, put like fuchsia on there. That weird like pink color that he likes to use. No, that is interesting though. That those are that one of those colors appears on every flag in the world. I really can't think of I mean, I guess what? Well, wait. What is the Netherlands flag?
Red, white, and blue, baby.
Red, white, and blue.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I like
orange.
orange.
You're thinking the orange because it's what they usually wear. That's a royalty name. I think it was like La Orange, Orange. So, which is badass. I like when they rock the orange.
Yeah,
I like when they rock the orange and they have a little red, white, and blue somewhere, either on the sleeves or the collar. Well, they don't do collars in soccer uniforms anymore, but
sometimes.
Yeah, occasionally. But it's unique. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Just get like a country, you create your somewhere in the middle of where Yugoslavia used to be. They create this small little, I don't know, country the size of Rhode Island. It's just an all black flag.
Black's on the flag. Black, blue, red, green, yellow.
Yep. Yeah.
All pink.
It's one of the rings.
All pink. But pink's it's just light red, really.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna find an unused color, create my own country, and then get immediately taken over by the United States.
Yeah. Olympics is coming up in a week. I'm excited, man. Watch people fucking run, jump, and shoot bows better than anyone else in the world.
All right, fine. I'll bite here. Favorite Summer Olympic sport? Event.
It's changed in the last decade because of the advent of the internet, where you can watch almost. First of all, there's like 5 or 6 channels that cover it throughout the day, and you can get a slew of events, which is different from not only my childhood, my early adulthood. It used to be men's or women's indoor volleyball because I like one, because of the pace of the sport, and 2, I just like the idea of human beings fucking leaping 12 feet in the fucking air. It's just, it's absolutely ridiculous, over and over and over again. But I like the pole vault and triple jump and long jump and high jump. Those like field events that you can now watch on one of the apps uninterrupted in its entirety. So.
You just named all the Olympics. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a couple. The whitewater rafting is pretty cool. The single, when they had to go back up against the current.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I was just going to say gymnastics.
Yeah, gymnastics is cool too, man. Like a couple of those, like especially again, like if you want to watch just the rings, the male or well, it's not a female event, so it'd be a male event, but I would just want to watch that event. You don't have to get like a snippet, like here's the bronze, silver, and gold medalists their run. You get to watch the entire event. Exactly, yeah.
You tape your boner down, sir. Jeez, this guy's looking forward to the Olympics.
I like the coverage, man. I like what they've done.
So
I can watch it. I
really
watch what I
heard
want.
somebody so excited for the Olympics.
Alan,
cool.
what's your
I used to
favorite?
like boxing. I don't like it as much. I do like that they've taken the headgear off though in boxing.
Alan, what's your favorite 20 events?
I'll say indoor volleyball.
Okay, there you go.
The 4x4, the high jump. No, I do like field events. I like because I used to throw shot put and discus, so I like kind of watching that kind of shit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really watch much of the Olympics. I will end up watching gymnastics because my wife will watch gymnastics.
Yeah.
Basketball, just don't care for it
Yeah,
in general. I mean soccer, but they're like 12, so that doesn't really count.
If you get gymnastics specific, I like the single all around.
Yes.
So you're done the team, and
Yeah.
then one person can.
100%.
Yeah, I think that it breaks away from the team aspect, and it's kind of mano a mano.
And
I will say
always-
it's just like the random shit, like in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the archery
Fencing.
and shit. Yeah.
But see, I like, but is obviously track and field is the staple, in my opinion, of the Summer Olympics. But like, so is gymnastics. But you can watch people run all year round. Like you don't watch gymnastics year round. So for me, even as a kid, it just seemed like it was always like that was the marquee event to tune
But
into.
It's like with winter.
you're not-
With winter, it's figure skating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's how I feel. Yeah.
This figure skating, and I mean, I'm somewhat biased because I like the skiing, but figure skating is the darling of the
I like
coverage.
I like the illusion and the skeleton and
yes.
the fucking
Always a
But
bobsled
that's
guy.
But the
Yeah.
track and field, okay, you don't watch the 10K.
No, I
No.
don't watch the 10K. I watched the
Nobody
last lap. Like
I don't
that's
have time
about
for that
it.
shit.
Yeah, I watch like but I mean, it is
watch
fascinating.
sprints.
It's fascinating to see how fast they're able to, like, it's a 10K. It's like, to me, like, for me, that's like 50 to an hour, 50 minutes to an hour. These guys, it's like half an hour. They run a 10K as fast as I run a fucking 5K. It's fucking, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm much more into the women's side. We discussed this, I think, last time. Much more into the women's stuff because it's like, if I trained my balls off, I'd still lose, but I'd be losing at a respectable pace.
Yeah, the discussion was about 25 to 30 years ago. Good high school men's runners of various events in track and field could, quote unquote, not win, but could compete. And since then, the evolution of those sports, there's no competing.
Yeah.
No, not at all. None. Let's move on because that was our first fact. Fact number 2. Did you know in Paraguay, dueling is still legal as long as both parties are blood donors?
I mean, not bad. Not a bad policy, as a matter of fact.
So okay, if someone dies in the duel and they weren't a blood donor, what does the family get fucked on insurance?
It's a great question because, I get the premise behind it. It's like, well, if you're going to spill out, we might as well mop it up and use it. But, what do I care if it's illegal? I'm probably dead. Unless dueling, unless there's rules to it. Like you have to use, barreled guns with no boring and a solid ball with black powder. Because people still survive. Like Andrew Jackson got in like fucking hundreds of duels back in the day. And I think he even got shot a few times. But back then, the guns weren't that powerful. They weren't accurate. So it was a different thing. And I just read recently that dueling back then, a lot of times, like, they didn't fight. They had, like, a hype man with them. And so, like...
Nice.
So it was more about, one, did you show up? 2, did you grab a weapon? 3, did you take your paces? And then, like, actually pulling the trigger was reserved for, like, real bloodthirsty fuck yous. But beyond that, you'd have a guy like, you're a pig-swallowing swashbuckler. You know, like, ooh. And then they'd come back at each other, and eventually they'd just put the guns down and walk away. But it was more about, like, posturing. Like, will you show up?
So it was like a rap battle.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
See, we could do a New Age Black Knight where Nick Cannon goes back to as a hype man for duels, you know? God.
Damn. You better shoot her for that one.
I'm telling you, bro. Millions, if not billions of dollars. They'll never make it. Here we come.
Did you know light doesn't always travel at the speed of light? The speed of light is only constant in a vacuum. When it passes through matter, it can slow down. Photons, or light particles, pass through water at 3/4 the regular speed of light. Light was once slowed down to 38 miles per hour.
Damn. I knew that. I knew the first part of that, but the 38 miles an hour.
Yeah, that
Did not know
fucking
that.
that fucked my mind up a lot right there.
Through mud or something.
I don't. All I could think of is like that ballistics gel that they used, like on like
Right.
MythBusters all the time, like laser pointer.
Yeah. Damn, it's you know, they didn't think about like some of those movies that got it wrong, like Flight of the Navigator, you know. He could have just been traveling at 38 miles an hour.
The experiment used a laser to shoot through a cloud of extremely cold sodium atoms, known as the Bose-Einstein condensate, which acted as an optical molasses to slow the light.
Optical molasses.
That's gonna be the name of my first punk album.
Right. This slowed the light from its normal speed of 186,282 miles per second to 38 miles per hour.
That's fucking crazy.
Some people need Hulk Hogan to get a hard on. Some people need optical molasses to get a hard on. Takes all kinds, folks.
That's crazy. Now, and when I hear shit like that, I'm like, Terrence Howard, could you teach me science again?
Yeah, I have it. I'm not going to go that route. I was about to do it.
The sidebar, I did see him and Neil deGrasse Tyson talking, and it was very interesting.
Okay. Well, because Rogan I didn't listen to it yet. I might not, because I think I might be done with that whole era of podcasting. But no, he had Eric Weinstein on with him, and he did tell him at one point, like, you're not on to anything, but I don't want to throw the baby out with this bathwater, because there is something fascinating here that I don't know that you know that you're on to, but I don't think we've ever thought about this.
He was like, you're definitely wrong, but I could take this and use this. Like, yeah.
Which would be fascinating, even if you take like a 1% new scientific finding that's never been discovered. Like, some scientists like work their entire professional career just to get like a 1% credit for anything.
Yep.
So that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
So where can I buy this optical molasses? Sounds like I could cook with that somewhere.
I think you get it from
a hell of a cooking ingredient.
I think you get it from Harbor Freight, actually.
It's like something to like beat Bobby Flay. Like, it's my secret ingredient.
It does, but dude, what is it? Hey, have you heard this? Have you heard this album, Optical Molasses by Sodium Atoms? It's fucking great.
It goes from 38 to 186,000 quickly.
Did you know in Washington State you must ask permission before sleeping in someone's outhouse?
But it's just common.
They're
courtesy.
nice people up there, right? Aren't they hospitable? Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can sleep in the shitter. It's fine. I would imagine, though, this is just me trying to figure out where the law came from. So I'm willing to bet, like, Washington State can get pretty cold sometimes of the year. So you're out, you're moving around like, oh, shit, I need shelter. I'll sleep in this guy's outhouse. But you didn't tell him you were going to sleep in the outhouse. Middle of the night, old man Jackson got to take a dump. He comes out, lo and behold, Wes Fox is sleeping in his outhouse. There's going to be a mess of multiple kinds because he didn't know you were there. So
We're going to have a duel, and this ain't Paraguay, bro. I don't care if you're a blood donor or not.
Yeah. So I imagine, like, it's okay to sleep in an outhouse as long as the owner's aware that you're there. Because I couldn't imagine you just got up in the middle of the night to go take a quick piss, and there's old Alan just curled up in the corner next to your shitter.
Mm-hmm. My guess is this has to, like, okay, total hypothetical guess is because of some of the remote areas of that part of the country, you either have hikers or people who are lost or people bit off more they could chew on a hike. And they're like, yeah, like, I'm not going to disturb homeowner. I'm just going to conk out here for a few hours and be on my way. And there was a problem. They're like, look, man, we understand. You know, you were like 60 miles and you saw it on the internet. You're like, I can do that. You got mile 20 and you were like, I'm fucked. My feet hurt. You gotta go in there and knock on the door.
But I wonder if there's an alternate law that says, like, you must give permission for someone to sleep in your outhouse should they ask.
Oh yeah, you can't say no.
Right.
Man. I don't know. We'll see what Trump's America has in store for that law. I don't know.
I was gonna say I'd love to be like the opposing senator on that fucking legislation.
God. Yeah, there's got to be some shitty fucking closed circuit public access debate. No,
hold on.
It's my shitter. I built that thing.
I feel like you think this law was made like 1995. Like this is something
Yeah,
from
it's- oh
like,
yeah, sure.
1795. You know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
It may have been debated upon a few times, but whatever.
I would like to go find the minutes though on all of these back and forths and just read them.
Maybe the other law is if you ask and they agree, you can't use it. You know, like, hey, you can sleep there, but you can't fill that outhouse with pee or poop.
But it's right there. Like, them's the rules.
That's the law. That's the law, bro.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's right.
And finally, did you know a violin contains 70 different pieces of wood?
That's complicated.
Not. Damn.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
I wonder if you like mass-produced ones, someone who's an expert in violins could grab that and be like, this has 62. Cheap replica bullshit. Sucks. This thing's 62. God. You expect me to play it? You hear that? It's terrible. Awful. I only play 70.
The devil didn't even make it to Georgia, okay?
That's right. Made it at an outhouse in Washington.
And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Alan, tell all the kiddos and the kidettes and the patriotic Americana Hulk Hogan boner having motherfuckers where they can find.
Find us at
Middle class
the
also.
Republican National Convention.gov. No, you can find us on all your favorite social medias. We're at MDL Class Souls on Instagram and Twitter. We're the Middle Class Souls on Facebook and TikTok and YouTubes and Telegram and Rumble and fucking.
Did you say
Grindr.
Telegram?
Yeah,
And Rumble.
I also said Grinder. And of course, for your listening pleasures, please check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Wonderful.
That's right.
Well, we've had some deaths this week, a number of them. We're going to go through them, not all of them. And if any of you want to say anything blurb about the 5 people that I'm going to bring up, go ahead. Shannon Doherty. So ding, ding, ding. Foxman is a winner. Richard Simmons, Lou Dobbs, Bob Newhart, or Raven Super Bowl and playoff run hero Jacoby Jones. Alan?
That's a lot of death.
Yeah, I know.
Richard Simmons, cultural icon.
I agree.
That's sad. I mean, Lou Dobbs pretty good. What was the other ones?
Bob Newhart, Shannon Doherty, and Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, Shannon Doherty, don't really care. Bob Newhart, also sad. And Jacoby, it's close to home, baby. It's a mile high miracle. This fucking he ran that bitch back before the lights went out at the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, bro. And I met that guy. He's great. He was fucking phenomenal. Lots of RIPs. That's sad. Way to bring it down.
Yeah.
Mert, you want me to go, or are you gonna go?
I'll go, and I'll let you wrap it up here. Of that entire list, I think the two that hit closest to home for me are Richard Simmons and Bob Newhart. Richard Simmons, I think, because when I was a kid, like, I wasn't sure. I think he was the first person on television that I ever figured out was doing an act. Like, just, and my first exposure to homosexuality with him, dude, because his when he was on Letterman, I was
gonna say, well, go back, and he was a regular guest on Letterman, and it was perfect.
Oh my God, because he tried,
Yeah.
he purposefully tried to make Dave uncomfortable, and
and he succeeded a few times.
Succeeded on so many occasions.
When he would sit back and lift his legs in the air.
Oh, he would do like a double leg cross, and it was just. And then one time I remember he touched Dave's leg, and Dave shot up out that chair. Oh my God! And it just and he never took himself seriously, which is why I was kind of saddened by the last like 5 to 10 years of his life, because he really became a hermit, and he could have been a funny old man. And anyway, so. That one hit me, because I was glad that I got Richard Simmons, but Bob Newhart really hits home, because but Bob lived a good life. 94, come on, good Lord. I remember my dad having me watch him on the Smothers Brothers, and he did this bit where I believe he was an air traffic controller, and he was doing both parts, and it was the first time I realized that, like, you didn't have to hear the other side of the conversation for it to be funny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I've kind of emulated that in plenty of, like, just comic bits that I've performed on the radio and with you guys, and just in the basement. What's that? 7? Midgets? No. You don't. It's funny that because what your imagination replaces the comedy, which makes it comedy, because now you're forcing the other person to say the bad parts in their head. And God bless Bob Newhart. Just an amazing talent. That stutter that he didn't have, that he used for stage presence, fucking amazing. An amazing comic genius, beloved, wholesome, never cursed, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing is I say, I did guess Shannon Doherty at the beginning of the year, or celebrity deaths. One for me. Jacoby Jones, I remember where I was when the Mile High Miracle happened.
Me too.
In a bar that went absolutely apeshit. You stole my thunder, Murr, but yeah, Simmons on Letterman was always a must-watch TV during my youth. And Bob Newhart had the Bob Newhart show, had the greatest ending. The last episode of that sitcom had the greatest ending in sitcom television history, where he gets hit in the head with a golf ball and he wakes up next to the wife of his old show, the Newhart show. He says, "Oh, I had this bad dream." And I remember watching that with my parents, and they were both fucking howling. And I had never watched that show, but I was like, wow, something really funny just happened. And of course, YouTube, you get to watch all that stuff. But again, you think about the great sitcoms of our youth. The Bob Newhart show doesn't get brought up a lot, and that's fine, but the greatest ending in television sitcom history. So,
and he brought us Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Good God. Rest in peace to all y'all. Folks, appreciate your time. Check us out next time, whenever the hell that may be. Probably next week, Friday.
Might be.
Yeah. Proud to be an American. Oh, hell yeah.